Hi everyone and welcome back to my Canada Immigration Explore YouTube channel. In this video, I would like to talk about how IRCC determines whether visitors get a single or multiple entry visa to Canada. Visitors to Canada are no longer automatically given multiple entry visas. Canada's Immigration Department, IRCC, has updated its guidelines for immigration officers, making it harder to get a multiple entry visa. IRCC officers will decide whether a visitor gets a multiple entry or single entry visa. Now, let's talk about who needs a visa. Most people from other countries need a visa to visit Canada. A visa lets someone from another country enter Canada as a visitor, worker, or student. The visa is usually stamped in the visitor's passport. People from some countries don't need a visa. Instead, they need an electronic travel authorization, ETA, to enter Canada. An ETA also allows entry to Canada, but it's usually easier and faster to get than a visa. Some visitors, like U.S. citizens and U.S. green card holders, don't need a visa or an ETA to enter Canada. Note, some people may or may not need a visa depending on certain conditions. Now, let's understand what is the difference between a single entry visa and a multiple entry visa. When someone applies for a visa to Canada, they may get either a single entry or multiple entry visa. A multiple entry visa lets the person enter and leave Canada as many times as they need while the visa is valid. This visa can last up to 10 years or until the person's passport, travel document, or biometrics expire, whichever happens first. A single entry visa, however, only allows one entry into Canada. It is usually valid only for the reason of the person's visit. If someone with a single entry visa leaves Canada and wants to come back, they will need to get a new visa. Now, let's understand factors considered for single versus multiple entry visas. According to the latest instructions from IRCC, immigration officers decide between a single entry and multiple entry visa by looking at several factors in four main areas: purpose of visit, available funds, need for medical treatment, other factors. IRCC officers are given specific things to consider for each of these areas when deciding on a visa to Canada. Purpose of visit. Is this visit for a one-time event, like a conference, training, or tourism, or will the applicant return to Canada often, like to visit close family? Is the applicant a short-term student or worker who doesn't need a work or study permit? Does the applicant need parental permission for each visit, like an unaccompanied minor attending a summer program? Is the visit for compassionate reasons, like caring for a seriously ill family member? Funds. Does the applicant have a steady income, like from a job, to pay for multiple trips to Canada? If someone in Canada is covering costs, have they shown proof of their relationship, and are they financially stable? Has the host in Canada invited other people? And do they have enough resources to support everyone for multiple visits? If the applicant's employer is paying for the trip, for example, for a business meeting, have they provided a letter of support? Medical. Does the applicant have any health conditions that might get worse over time? Is the applicant coming to Canada for medical treatment? Has the applicant provided a plan to manage any health risks while in Canada, like proof of health insurance? Other factors. Has the applicant shown strong ties to their home country, such as a job or family responsibilities? Have they traveled outside their home country before, including to Canada, and followed visa rules? Has the applicant been denied a visa for Canada or any other country in the past? Now, let's talk about further considerations to decide the visa validity period. For multiple entry visas, the time allowed may be less than the maximum possible. Some extra factors that IRCC looks at to decide the visa's validity period include the purpose of the visit. For example, if the applicant is coming for a short-term reason, like business support, the applicant's situation in their home country. For example, if their ties to their home country or Canada might change in the future, political or economic conditions in the applicant's home country and how these might affect their ability to return. Now, let's talk about what to do if your visa application is refused. A visa application to Canada may be refused if the immigration officer is not convinced that the applicant will leave Canada after their approved stay. The applicant is not allowed to enter Canada, for example, due to medical issues or a criminal record. There is no official appeal process for a visa refusal. IRCC advises applicants to reapply only if their situation has significantly changed. Applying again with the same information will likely lead to another refusal. Now, let's talk about when should I reapply for a visa after a refusal. IRCC gives examples of when an applicant's situation may have changed enough to reapply. The applicant applied for criminal rehabilitation and was approved. The applicant qualifies for deemed rehabilitation. The applicant is still inadmissible but is applying for a temporary resident permit. The applicant was inadmissible for medical reasons, but their health has changed since the previous application. People who are inadmissible for criminal or medical reasons may have options to overcome these issues. IRCC officers record details about refusals in the Global Case Management System, GCMS, which is used to manage and make decisions on immigration applications. These include details of the application, the steps the officer took to make a decision, the reasons for the refusal. Ordering GCMS notes can give helpful information to applicants dealing with a refusal on their immigration application. In the end, I would like to request you please like the video and subscribe Canada Immigration Explore YouTube channel, and also share this video to your friends and family members for Canada immigration updates. Thank you. See you in the next video. Take care.